Hi focus friends, in this video I'll share with you 5 causes of ADD time management issues and 10 time management strategies that are ADD friendly that you can start using today. Winston, where'd you go? He's behind the window curtain. Hi focus friends, it's Aron and Winston here on Hidden ADD, where you get the tools, insights, and science-backed strategies you need to live the life of your dreams if you have or might have non-hyperactive ADD, like Winston. If you're new here, consider joining the exclusive 1K club of the channel's first 1,000 subscribers. So let's get into it. Here are 5 ADD symptoms that make ADDers especially bad at managing time. 1. Distractibility. 2. Chronic procrastination. 3. What Dr. Russell Barkley calls time blindness, which basically means that ADDers don't see time the way that neurotypicals tend to see it, and this leads to all sorts of things like being late, underestimating the amount of time tasks will take, and so on. 4. ADDers typically have difficulty executing steps in a defined order, which leads to inefficient execution of a lot of tasks. 5. Hyperfocus. ADDers get locked in on something and literally can't distract themselves. Is sort of the inverse of the distractibility problem, but also leads to similar negative impacts in terms of managing time effectively. So let's get into solutions, because managing time well is vital to be effective when you have ADD. There are many time management techniques, and the best advice is to try some of them and see which ones really work for you and resonate with you and adopt those. I'm going to share 4 time management strategies from Dr. Ned Hallowell, as well as 6 of my own personal favorites, and I'd like to hear from you. What strategies do you find most useful? Put them down in the comments below for me and for the benefit of all the other viewers of these videos. So, tip number 1 to manage your time better: delegate anything that you're not good at. We all have strengths and weaknesses, and for most people, something that they're weak at might mean it takes them twice as long as it would take somebody who's good at it. For ADDers, it might be 4 times as long or 8 times as long. The reality is that on that stuff, it's simply not worth your time to even remotely try to do it. Get an accountant, get a cleaning person. I have an amazing team of a video editor and a channel manager for this YouTube channel. We ADDers can't do it all. Time management strategy number 2, quit multitasking. Sure, you might be able to talk on the phone while you're, say, cooking, but for any other activities, the research has regularly shown that it takes around 40 to 50% longer to do them with constant switching versus doing them one after another. 3. Eliminate distractions. Turn off the notifications. If you haven't, go check out my social media video. Close your browser tabs. Put papers you're not using for the current task off to the side. You can unplug your TV. There's lots of things. You can also check out my habit video where I cover some more ways you can eliminate distractions. Strategy number 4, cut back on high stimulation drugs. Anything highly stimulating fit into this category, whether it's TV, video games, fast-paced social media, and even candy. The idea is really simple. When you allow yourself to indulge in these very overstimulating activities, things like doing work at your desk are so far below the level of the great stimulation you get from the candy and the video games that it's almost unbearable. When you greatly reduce or cut these things out, all of a sudden the gap between the things that you want to do that are to manage your time well and are really going to push your life forward, it's not as big of a gap, and so these are suddenly more bearable, the things that you want to be doing, unlike previously where the gap is just so big that these are unbearable. Okay, for strategies 5 through 10, these are ones that I like from Dr. Russell Barkley, the author of Taking Charge of Adult ADHD, and I've thrown in 1 or 2 of my own. Strategy number 5, use timers. I keep 2 timers on my desk, 1 to count down and 1 to count up. ADDers like us often lose track of time, how long we've been working on something, and the timers let us avoid that. They also help with strategy number 6, take regular breaks. Brendan Burchard in High Performance Habits says that 50 minutes is the longest that you should work without taking a break, and I found that that's a really good metric. That's why my countdown clock is set to 50 minutes. Can you go longer than that? Of course you can, but much like driving your car with the RPMs too high, you're gonna burn out earlier in the day than if you take regular breaks, which will help you keep your energy and your focus higher so you can get more done. Strategy number 7, break work into small steps. This has many benefits for our ADD brains. Small steps are less overwhelming. They're easier to break into different pieces within our schedule. We can get small wins when we complete them. If you want more on that, check out my Get Things Done with ADHD video. Strategy number 8, get accountability. We ADDers need accountability in the form of social accountability or any other kind of accountability more than neurotypicals, because maintaining our own motivation is so much more difficult. Types of accountability that I use all the time, and I keep just using them more and more, and my achievement level goes up and up, are one-on-one accountability buddies, coaches, group training programs, other support group or other group training or group coaching environments, a boss, scheduling meetings out into the future so that I have a deadline that I need to follow through on, and so on. Strategy number 9, do less. 2 great books on this are the 80-20 principle, or my personal favorite, The One Thing. What you learn from either book is that successful people don't do more, they do more of the right things. Your job is to use your ADD problem-solving skills and to figure out what are those right things. As the question in The One Thing goes, what is the one thing such that by doing it, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary? It's hard to appreciate the magic of that question without the context of the book and really without asking it and experiencing the answers that come up, but I can tell you that the answers that I've gotten when I've asked that question have been nothing short of life-changing. And strategy number 10, carve out time for deep work. Deep work is a term that Cal Newport coined. He's a professor of computer science and an author of 6+ best-selling books. And the idea is that our most valuable work in our knowledge economy requires focused, uninterrupted time. Here's a great way to visualize the concept of deep work. It takes the same amount of effort and work to write 10,000 emails as it would take to, say, write a 200-page novel. A novel or a book would be an example of deep work. It's got value and quality, whereas 10,000 emails are what Cal Newport called shallow work. And so if you want to get good at managing your time, and this dovetails with strategy number 9 about doing the right things, carve out time for the uninterrupted, focused, deep work, and you'll find that you're getting a lot more of the important things done and thereby managing your time well. So that's it. What time management strategies do you use and do you find effective with your ADD? Let me and the other viewers know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.